When I think of legacy, I think of what, as a family, we've been able to do for racing. I think racing has been so good to us. It's nice to try and, in many different ways, try and make your mark and try sort of leave it in a better place. Well, the family story, I think, starts when Nanny went to buy a horse from Grandpop. She paid £10 for a horse called Melter's Glory. I think Grandpop liked the look of her more than Nanny liked the look of the horse, so we ended up taking her out, and, well, the rest is history.
My family's been involved in racing for a long time now. My grandmother was the first trainer here in WA, and then Dad was a jockey.
We originally had paces, but when I got to about 10, all I wanted to be was a jockey. 1977, when Mum got a licence, we moved over from the paces to the racehorses.
Nanny was the first female trainer in WA in a time where it was completely a man's world, and women being involved was sort of frowned upon. There was no stable staff that were women, there was no trainers, no jockeys.
Nanny's the best. So many people speak of her in such a high light.
The only reason I got the trainer's licence because Jimmy wanted to be apprentice to me.
And so what happened when you first asked for a trainer's licence?
Oh, well, I asked Sir Ernest Lee Steer first.
And he said 3 words to her: never.
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 You only have to look at how many female trainers there are now in our game, and without someone like Nanny, who knows where we'd be.
How would you describe Dad? I reckon anyone who was asked that question would start by laughing.
He's an interesting man. He's a very simple man. I always say he likes 3 things: horses, his family, and footy.
He's one of a kind. He's hard to describe, honestly. He's like a big kid in an adult's body.
He's very loyal, so if you're in his corner, he's in your corner for life.
If he is on the back of a horse every day, he is content.
Being brought up with horses, and Mum and Dad sort of worked hard to get where they were, I just thought it was a natural course to sort of go into racing. Well, from about age 10, I wanted to be a jockey. I wasn't strong enough to hold the racehorses, so I started doing push-ups and chin-ups, and by the time I was 16, I reckon I was strong enough to hold any horse. So, it's determination. If you want to do something, you can always do it.
I used to say, I hope he runs last, so he's out of trouble.
I was riding some good horses when I was apprentice. I was lucky enough to go leading apprentice, and I got on a horse called Moss Kingdom, and he took me on a great ride. He took me to win a Perth Cup, an Adelaide Cup at 19 years old.
I think early days I learnt my work ethic from Dad. I worked 7 days a week.
For as long as I've been alive, has just had this ability to just get up, move on, don't complain about things, and that's something I really admire.
He's always been a good worker, I will say that, except to do dishes.
Yeah, that's your fault. You did everything for him.
Yeah.
Well, I think the story goes that Mum was at the races that day and Dad rode a feature winner, and he reckons that it's thanks to that winner that we're in existence.
Won the Belmont Sprint on Global Impact, and met Tina that day, and that's about 35 years ago, and we've been, for better for worse, been together ever since.
I don't know how she's put up with Dad for so long. She does everything for myself and Brittany. She's always there for us.
Mum's a star. Like, without Mum, this doesn't run.
He's in full flight, Idyllic Prince, and Gyno from the tail of the field is running on. So Secret and got held up behind them. Idyllic Prince, though, burst clear from Gyno. Kiorum is So Secret, and a great return by Idyllic Prince. Idyllic Prince beat Gyno.
Oh, Prince. The tremendous irony of Idyllic Prince was that the family bred him, and they did a deal with Scenic to have the first foal out of the mare.
Spent his first 5 months at Scenic Lodge. We've had him here since 6 months old, and he's still here on the property.
Idyllic Prince drawing away, and it's back-to-back wins in the Goodwood for Idyllic Prince. He beats but Idyllic Prince written for Dear Light White Brown, and he's going to create a bit of history in the Goodwood. He's made it 3 straight wins in the Goodwood tonight. Idyllic Prince playing God Blacksmith on the fence, Eliotto, but it's 4 straight Goodwoods. He is a marvel. Idyllic Prince cracks the $1 million mark today. Brought
Tina, my wife, and myself a house. He won $1.25 million about 20 years ago, which sort of probably, be $4 or $5 million now. And yeah, he was just a great horse for the family.
The irony of that is that he's been retired forever and Nanny still sits in the house looking out over the paddocks and he's still in there. So he put us through school, he paid for the house. He was a very, very, very special horse.
The day Brittany was born, I had early rides and we had one of our main horses, Flying Grew, in the Ascot Gold Cup that day. So I was trying to hurry Tina up. I think she'd been in hospital from the night before and I was hoping she had Brittany early in the morning.
And so he saw me be born and then raced off to the races. He was riding for Nanny as well.
I was able to get there for the Ascot Gold Cup and our good old horse, our family horse that was owned by Mum and Dad and Tina, won the Ascot Gold Cup on the day Brittany was born.
Hang on, didn't you say you better stay at the hospital with your wife or did you say no, come ride the horse?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say. I'd say come and ride the horse.
Luckily, he won the race that day and we've still got the cup, and when I turned 21, it was my drinking cup for the day. Everything changed when Dad had his accident. We were galloping along our main track, him and I, and
Emu ran out in front of us, her horse shied.
I was on the inside, he was on the outside, and
ran sideways, frightened my horse into a 30-metre pole.
Just at the last moment, he put his head and the horse's head to the side, but it cleaned up his knee. He was in an awful lot of pain. When he got to hospital, it was completely shattered.
Had to have major surgery at the time. I was out for they sort of said I couldn't ride for 12 months. I had 7 surgeries in 8 weeks. In the end, they said if they didn't take him out, they had to take my leg off. So I walk around with a bad limp now. I haven't got a patella tendon or ligaments in my leg, but I'm still able to ride every day. So I'm happy to sort of still be able to walk and have my leg still.
I remember saying to Lochie, I was like, whatever we have to do, we just have to keep it going.
I'd probably say when Dad got hurt, I just had to grow up. I went from not knowing a great deal about racing or horses probably 3 or 4 years earlier to more or less running things alongside a bunch of really good staff.
It's just what you have to do. You have to step up and keep the cogs turning. And Lochie was a big part of that because he was at uni at the time and just basically said, well, I'll step up and I'll be the foreman and basically run the show. And he grew up really quickly in a short space of time.
I just felt like I had to, but at the same time, I still always enjoyed it and I never thought of it as a burden at all. I'd say any win with Search and Rocks was really special because Dad and I worked so closely. He'd ride her into the barriers and then I'd just have to stand with her and she'd shuffle around. And to be honest, I was shitting myself. Like, this thing's a 550 kilo animal all over the top of me in a confined area. It was very nerve-wracking, but to see her be like that and then develop into such a beautiful mare and then win a couple of big feature races for us, I think that was probably my favourite moment.
Obviously, we're getting older, but yeah, we're only at this property for another 18 months. Lucky enough, I've had a couple 100 acres up the road that we'll probably, if Lochie and Brittany want to sort of continue the legacy, we'll probably build a sort of stable there that can continue on the legacy for longer.
It's something that you probably thought we'd have forever and ever, and that, you know, my kids and grandkids of the future would, you know, still have this, but that's not going to be the case.
This place has been such an important part of my life, and yeah, I just think it'd be sad, whether it's a changing of the guard or a changing of eras. I think Brittany and I will always be involved in some way, whether that be media or owners. I think, yeah, we'll never be far away.
Railway Stakes, and once again, Grant and Lana Williams, they look like...
Railway Stakes Day, day 2 of the Tap Touch.
I can't imagine a world where none of us are involved in racing, so I imagine we'll buy another property and continue on.